Let's get to the money.
Let's get to the
Money.
Let's get to the
Money. Let's get to the motherfucking money.
Fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, 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 fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. Middle finger in the air screaming fuck the bookies. Woke up in the morning, grab my little black book. Yesterday can eat a dick, cause we lost by the hook. Can't win them all, so you never see me get shook. Today's a new day, the bookmakers getting cooked. When I spot a dirty K, the 4 units getting played. Always find the value, I would never be afraid. Scary money don't win, but I'm not going all in unless I see a bet I love, then I put my balls on a bookie's chin. Let it all soak in, doubling my bread, winning money with my friends. If you got the itch and you wanna go big, follow Sharpie bets and you gon' really fucking win. This is not financial advice, it's entertainment. But if I find the right price, believe I'm parlaying it. You can see my spreadsheet, I'm winning, not just saying it. Profit in the green every week, I'm never negative. I can bet an ace or a shitty all picture. Pick the right spots cause I'm the K-pop whisperer. Shut up when I speak until you finally get the picture. I'm the best in the world, tell me you getting richer. Fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, 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 fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. Middle finger in the air screaming fuck the bookies.
Let's get to the motherfucking monies.
And here we go.
Welcome to another edition of The Balking Dead, where there is no sleep for the wicked. It's Monday, guys, and we've got another great day coming ahead. I don't know what's going on with my shit, though, guys. No lie, my stuff started being really dumb, though, so let's get right to it. My bad, guys. Hope you guys all have an awesome Father's Day. We haven't had a losing week in a month of June, and I'd like to keep it that way. I'm seeing the board very well and learning from my losses, and that's really all I can ask for. Of course, guys, you know this show is sponsored by PrizePicks. If you haven't, go on over there, use that promo code PUBSPORTS on your first deposit. They will match you up to 100, minimum of 25 on your first deposit. As you already know, guys, when you win, they want in, and we've got another sponsor. Go on over to Dubby, guys. Yeah, not Doobie, Dubby. Use this promo code on screen simply by scanning the freaking phone. Guys, everybody got a scanner nowadays. Go scan that and get 10% off your first order by using the best promo code in the world, Pub Sports. Shout out to the chat. Appreciate you all for coming. Shout out to the best producer in the whole wide world, Big Show Picks. You guys know the drill. Hit that like button if you already haven't, and make sure you have them notification bells on. Shout out to the chat is how I always start this show, guys. But as the chat was in there, I seen our boy Justin giving out a play, and he on Brian Hayes. Now, what I respect more about him giving out that play is he has his record there, guys, 23-27. Is that a winning record? No. But the fact that a man tracks himself and at least puts it up there, winning or not, means something to me, guys. Anybody can give out plays and can give out bets on every game. But to at least hold yourself accountable means something. And on this show, we hold ourselves accountable. Today, we have a new segment in the middle of the show. Big things with Big Show Picks, as LJ had some family stuff come up, and Big Show shows up when the bell is rung. So enough smoke talk. Let's get to what we do best on this show, and that's these K-props. On this show, guys, we will compare the best line available when first opened to the best line available 30 minutes prior to the show. Then we will compare them to what PrizePicks has to offer. First one on the board is James Paxton at the Twins, number 92 in the Black Book. This year has a 33% strikeout percentage and a 7.5 walk percentage. Opened them up last night on FanDuel at 7+ -102. The best line available is now on DraftKings at that 7+ at a -125. PrizePicks has them at 7, whereas pitching outs under over are at 17.5. Projected lineup, which lineup did come out, guys. So we've got 6 righties, 3 lefties, K per 9 this season. He has a 14 K per 9 at home with a 10.7 on the road. Granted, small sample size. He only has 16 innings each way this year. He has an 8 K per 9 versus lefties this season with a 13.3 versus the right-handed side. Super small sample size versus the lefties. He does have a career 10.2 from that side. We get to start the day talking about good old Big Maple, aka James Paxton, versus these Twins, who over the past 200 plate appearances versus left-handed pitchers are bottom 6 in batting average and OPS, while being 17th in isolated power. They're walking below league average while striking out at a 28% clip. Now, Paxton has only had 6 games this year, and last week was the first time he's seen a team with a K percentage of 24 or worse. And I get it. The Rockies had a disgusting 32%, but he went and did his job, going 6 innings with 8 strikeouts. Now he gets a Twins teams, guys, we've been picking on anytime we have a chance, as they are the worst in MLB when it comes to whiff percentage and middle of the pack when it comes to chasing. The only other team in the top 8 whiff percentage that Paxton has even seen this year were the Rockies, guys, who they do have a team 27.4 whiff percentage, where the Twins are at a disgusting 29.1%. League average here is 25.7, fellas. So there is not a lot to go off with Paxton, as he was out last year due to injury. But man, has he looked the fucking part this year. And he has only allowed more than 2 earned runs in a game just one time. Crazy to say this, guys, but it looks like Sale has been passed as the Red Sox ace. The best availability is availability, and we have one guy continuously on the IL where the other is out there shoving, and letting Red Sox nations know that the contract they gave this man wasn't just a prayer. This is what they expected. So sign me up, guys, for James Paxton over 6.5. As I got in at the -112 mark, guys. Make sure you shop, guys, because it is all the way from the -125 right now to the -150-ish, depending on what book you are going to look at. Next guy up is another, and it's the theme of the day, guys, is we're talking the same 2 pitchers in every game we're talking about today. And we're talking Pablo Lopez, and he gets the other side, Red Sox. Number 35 in the black book this year. He has a 29.2 strikeout percentage with an elite 6.6 walk percentage. Opened him up on FanDuel last night at a 6+ -148, where the best line available now is on DraftKings at that -144. PrizePicks has a 6 flat on his strikeouts, whereas hits under over are at a 5.5. Projected lineup today is 6 righties and 3 lefties. K per 9 this season. Home, he has an 11.1 K per 9. Where on the road, he has a 10.5. Lefties, a nice 9.4. Where right-handed, he's dominating with an 11.7 K per 9. Now we get old Pablito, guys. Who wears short shorts? Pablo wears short shorts, guys, and he gets the Red Sox. For the most part, they have been a no-fly zone for me. We've been able to pick our spots as of late, guys, as the year has gone on. And we look at these Red Sox numbers over the last 15 days versus right-handed pitchers. They're walking league average. They're not striking out. And they're top 8 in batting average and OPS, well, 21st in isolated power. If you don't know how I use isolated power, it's to tell me how real is the team's batting average and OPS. Now, I have a great read on Pablo, guys. If we found the 2 problems when this man runs into an issue with his overs. And it's not lefties and righties, guys, as he does have 2 strikeouts more per 9 versus the right-handed side. But still a credible 9.4 versus lefties. It's the walk percentage and isolated power when it comes to Pablo, guys. And when we run in the teams with high walk percentage or a team crushing the ball in the isolated power column, we don't have that here. So it's crazy to say this, guy, but it's over or nothing today. And this is a spot you may want to actually pay up for the juice, as this will be a sweat, in my opinion, as it's the Red Sox, who are top of the league at taking first pitches. They're 3rd best in the league at chase contact percent. So they're hard to get third strike versus, but easy to get the first 2 on, guys, as this is a patient team with a great 2-strike approach. But Pablo has faced some teams on the year, guys, in the no-fly zones with mixed results. Nothing lower than 4, nothing higher than a 6. So I can definitely see him getting 5 or 6 right here, guys. This is a top 5 team in the league in chase contact percent. And because of that, I've got to leave it be, guys, as it's just not a lean. It's just a lean, and there's not enough meat on the bone for me to bet a -148 prop, whether I see it cashing or losing by the hook. So it's still lean is over or nothing, but I think it's going to be a sweat right here, guys, one way or the other. Now we get another spot with 2 great pitchers, another pitching matchup. Number 11 in the black book, Max Scherzer at the Astros. This year he has a 25.3 strikeout percentage and a nice 5.9 walk percentage. Open him up on DraftKings at 6 plus minus 145, where the best line available is minus 150 on MGM to the 6 plus, or he's 7 plus to plus money at most places. His PrizePicks has him at a flat 6, whereas earned runs under over are at a 2.5. Projected lineup for your Astros: 8 righties, 1 lefties. K per 9 this season, he has a 9.3 at home with a 9.7 on the road, 7.9 versus lefties, and an 11.3 versus the right-handed side. Now we get Mad Max, guys, versus the Astros. And if you don't know, you should know. The Astros are one of those teams on my no-fly zone versus both sides of the bump, meaning we need a good reason to get in or we got to let it go. I will look to run a right-handed pitcher's K prop before I ever look at a left-handed pitcher from the left-handed side. And at first glance, I thought it wanted nothing to do with Max today, as I thought the Astros have been good. But they haven't been, as the Astros numbers over the last 15 days versus righties is, yeah, they're bottom 9 in batting average and OPS, will be in 11th in isolated power. They're also not walking at a disturbing 6.5%, and they're striking out league average. And these are the numbers without Yordan in the lineup, as they have been struggling to say the least, as they're 7-10 when you look at their win-loss record without Alvarez in the lineup. Max did not see the Astros last season. Another advantage, Mad Max. And the fact the Astros are going to project 8 right-handed bats into it. This plays straight into an over for Max. As yes, this year it's a drastic difference in his K per 9, as he's handling right-handed bats with a nice 11.3 K per 9 compared to a shitty 7.9 versus the left-handed side. Now his career splits are not as drastic, but still has at least 2 strikeouts more per 9 versus the right-handed side. So at the moment, I have no bet in, as I need to run the lineup when it does come out. And I need a team with a high chase percentage for me to get in. But I do think he has a quality start today, guys, as this Astro team is just not hitting, and they're not the team we've come accustomed to. Now, will they turn it around again? Yes, they're too good not to, guys. But this may be the perfect storm for Max to walk into. Sharpie 316, roll 22. Learn from our losses because we expect to win. And this comes as I played Darvish over the past weekend with a nice team whiff percentage, guys. But 3 of the top 5 guys in the lineup were elite in not whiffing. And when we're running a pitcher, guys, they're going to see the top of the lineup more often than not 4 times. And if they can't get through them, the day is over. And I got cooked with Darvish. Next day up was Senga, guys, and the same issue arose. So I half unit Senga knowing shit can happen. And then they changed the lineup 30 minutes before the game, which opened up the front of the lineup for us. And then I got in again on the next one up at the plus 168. And I cashed that with the original bet. So because this team has a high chase percentage, if they do have it when I run it, doesn't mean I'm going to play as K prop, guys, as I'm going to need it to be staggered through the lineup and not just front end, not chasing, guys. Because I'll tell you what, Bregman don't chase. And Tucker don't chase. Altuve does. Pena does. We got a couple guys that will, guys. So can we get Pena and Altuve to go 1-2 today? Huh? But give me 8 righties. Let me run the lineup and pay attention to Twitter to see if I pull the trigger on Mad Max. Because Mad Max, this may be the perfect storm, like I said. We're going to hit a quick segment, guys, and come back with a new segment for the best MLB prop show on God's green earth. Big things with Big Show, guys, and come back talking some hitting props on this Monday slate.
Well, it's a big show. Oh.
Yeah, guys, we're back this Monday edition on the BALKING to talk some hitting props. And due to life happening with LJ, we had to call an audible. And we had to call the best producer in the world, Big Show Picks in. My guy, how are you doing today?
Not bad, Sharpie. Happy to fill in. Glad you called in the righty.
Hey, though, bud, we've talked about this for a while. I said, bro, you've been doing these hitting props forever. One day, someone's not going to be able to show up, bro, and I'm going to need you. And I says, you don't have to do it, bro, but I definitely would like you to get on. And here it comes. I call you, and bam! So you're the man, bro. I appreciate it, bro. You ready for this shit?
Yeah, before we really get into it, I like to say my process is kind of generalized. I look for the batting averages against the team. I take no pitching into account. I take no weather. I take no anything. I just go strictly off numbers. And then I watch your show and your pitchers talk me on or off even more. So that's been my process for 2 years now, and it works
I
pretty
know
well.
everybody's got their own bankroll and whatnot, guys, and honesty and being honest up front is really all you can ask for. Honesty and transparency. Jimmy does talk about that a lot, guys, and we all have different bankrolls. Big Show, guys, he budgets himself to a certain amount a week, guys, so he's always looking plus money. You will rarely, I don't think you'll ever see this guy bet a straight money bet. I just don't think he does that, guys. So when you fuck with Big Show, you will find out he goes for greatness, guys. That's one thing I've learned with this, guys. And before we get into the hitters, I just want to let the people know a little bit about this guy if you don't know. He is the first man to ever mention the word ladder to me in the prop market, guys. Always told me, Sharpie, I bet for greatness, bro. I've got a small income and I've got to make it crack, guys. So I've known this man to bet hitting props for over 2-3 years, guys. And been trying to get him on screen for a while. We did get him on our NFL PrizePicks show, the good, the bad, and the money this season. And it's about time we get him on the best MLB prop show on God's green earth. So we have a new hitting segment, and we've got a guy to fill in for when the guys are busy with life, guys, because shit happens. And let's get into the first game on the board. You wanted to get in on the Cubs and the Pirates, where we got Drew Smiley, who's actually been sneaky good this year, as long as he doesn't face the Reds. How you looking to get in on this one?
All right, so right away, the first play, I got a play and 2 leans on this one. I'm gonna go through the play first. Christopher Morel, 3 games versus Pittsburgh in this series, 9 at bats. He's got 5 hits, 2 for extra bases. Bats .556 against Pittsburgh. I'm gonna take the over, or the at least 2 bases plus 134.
Is he still batting at the bottom end of the lineup, or have they pushed him back up yet?
DraftKings don't got their lineups up yet, so I'm not even 100% sure on this one and the next one if they're even in the lineup. They're probably in the lineup, but
Christopher Morel, man, he's projected to bat 7th right now, so that's good. At least they don't got him in the 9 hole right now, but the kid's got fucking pop in his bat, bro, and he's got some strikeouts in him, bro. But dude, that dude could cash that and a home run prop all in one. The dude's been hot, but he goes flashy. He's definitely a streaky type of player. So who else were you looking at in that games?
yeah, so when I bet, I always want one thing to happen to win the bet. I don't want a series of things to happen. That's why I hold back sometimes on, strikeout bets with, and K props, because you need multiple things to happen. Where if I bet, if I take a over 2, that could be done in 1 hit. Sure, it could take 2 hits to get there to get over 2. But the next lean I would say is Dansby Swanson for the Cubs. 6 hits, no extra hits, no extra at bats for him. So I'm taking a lean on the half base or the 1 hit. They're both kind of juice, but if you got another piece in a parlay you want to tie it to, a pitcher, there you go. If you want to get real cute and go Swanson 1 hit and the Cubs to win, it's even money exactly. So
that correlates with what LJ posted out. LJ tried to send me a video, and I'm like, bro, we don't load up videos here, bro. Tweet it out. I'll retweet it, bro. I got you, my guy. So he gave out something on Swanson as well today. So definitely 2 people looking at the same guy is probably a good thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, next lean is Nico Harner. 13 at bats. He's got 4 hits. Not looking to get on the hit side of things. He does have 2 stolen bases in 3 games. So if you can get a number on a stolen base, it's probably not a bad shot. 3 games versus these guys, and he's got 2 off them already. So maybe he's just liking the combination. It might have been the pitcher at the time, but he might think that he can get up on that catcher and that second baseman.
Yeah, he definitely leads off too. So you're going to have at least 4, if not 5 opportunities. They're on the road here, so they're going to have 9 at bats. So you'll definitely have mass opportunities in that game to get it there. Definitely love some stolen base props on this show. Let me tell you about some stolen base props, guys. That's one thing I'm actually decent at, but I just pick on the same guy everybody and their mother picks on. So I mean, is that credit? Nah, no, it ain't, guys. Let's talk about the next game up, guys. And this is where the ladder comes out, guys. And we're talking both these pitchers on the show today. And I'm talking the D-backs at the Brewers. Who you looking at greatness for today?
All right, in this spot, I'm looking to ladder up Corbin Carroll. I'm going to take his 2+ bases plus 149, his 3+ bases plus 211, and 4+ 289. He's got 3 games versus these guys, 2 hits, 1 jack. He bats better away from home. He's batting 350 at home away and 273 at home. His last 10 games, 4 doubles, 2 triples, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs, batting 333. I'll take the shots on the ladder.
Me and Noli were talking about this guy yesterday or the day before. He's already got rookie of the league sewed up. He's legitimately fighting for MVP shit right now as a rookie, bro. And when was the last time we've said that about any fucking rookie, bro? So even though he's going up against Corbin Burns, I don't hate it, bro. And something tells me at 4+ bases at plus 289, they're thinking they get something here, bro. Because usually you get a little better on that versus a guy like Corbin fucking Burns, bro.
Right.
I mean, I definitely see hitting props go down. You get better value. There's no value right there. They're saying like, okay, it's Corbin. Let's get it. Well,
4 doubles, 2 triples, and 4 home runs is probably the reason why, at least on Carroll.
Man, I love me some Corbin Carroll, bro, and I'm a Dodgers fan, bro. I just think he needs to cut his hair. Like, what's up with that Joe Dirt looking like thing, bro? But maybe that's his go-go gadget wheel. I don't know, bro, but yeah.
It's just lightning bolts in his haircut make him go faster.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's my lightning bolter. They're going to come out soon with how much I'm balding. Y'all going to see my tattooed head sooner rather than later, guys. So let's talk last game on the board. It happens to be the last game of the day. National League divisional matchup between the Padres and the Giants. A lot of studs in this game, and we're going to go with a curveball. Tell them how you're getting paid in this one.
Quick question. Do you know where Estrada is batting in the lineup at all?
I can pull that up right now. I actually had to go learn how to say his name. Tiaro.
Yeah.
Tiaro.
I didn't want to come on here the first time and fuck it up. So I was just like, you know what? Sharpie knows who he is.
Well, I went and had to go. If I don't know how to pronounce a guy's name, because I really do not want to say it the wrong way, he's expected to lead off.
Yeah, that's where he normally is.
Yeah. I'll go to Google and do the pronunciations, and I'll go with John, I don't know how to say it. That person's. I don't want to hear a white person try to say a Spanish name. I want a Spanish person saying it.
You want to roll the R's, yeah.
Yes, I want to hear how they say it.
Yeah.
So they were like hard on the T. So yeah. So we're gonna talk freaking the leadoff hitter for the Giants.
Yeah, this one at plus 20. I'm gonna take the 2+ bases on Estrada 2 for plus 124. 2 games, 5 hits, 9 at bats total. Got 2 doubles in them games and 3 RBIs. He's batting 290 at home, and he's got a good matchup versus San Diego. I'm just gonna run it here in the late night game just to have a little bit of action as the slate winds down.
Little bit of action ain't hurt nobody, guys. So quick little recap as we for those showing up for the bets, guys. Those showing up for a recap of big things with Big Show picks. He's going to start the day off with Christopher Morel of the Cubs, over 1.5 bases at plus 134. And then the man known for making ladders great again, laddered up the hottest thing since peanut butter and jelly, guys. And we're talking Corbin Carroll, over 1.5 plus 149, 3 plus 211, and 4+ bases or more at plus 289. We're going to finish up, guys, with the Giants. Tiaro Estrada, over 1.5 bases at plus 124. Appreciate you more than you know, Big Show. Thanks again for coming on, as these people are about to get used to seeing this mug on the Balking Dead. Want to tell them where they can find you and what you have going on?
Yeah, just follow me over at Big Show Picks, and once a week on Thursdays we drop a new UFC podcast. If you haven't followed us on Spotify, any of the places that you can get any podcast, go ahead and follow us at Pub Sports Radio over there.
Good looking out.
Appreciate it, Sharpie. Appreciate it.
We are now going to hit a quick commercial, guys, and come right back with the last 3 pitchers we're going to cover on today's episode of The Balking Dead.
Deuces.
Welcome to another edition of The Balking Dead.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of EPL on Pub.
Class is in session, hitting the books on Pub Sports.
This is another exciting edition of the main event on Talking Ant.
Welcome back to The Balking Dead, guys. We've already covered the first 3 pitchers on the board, and I realized this was the 30-second commercial. I was loading my bizzle up, so put that thing down real quick. Nah, bro, it's fine. I asked you to be quicker because these people do tend to leave if they see a long commercial, bro. But I realized, oh, that's not the long commercial. Boop! So let's talk Hunter Brown versus the Mets. Number 74 in the black book has a 27% strikeout percentage on the year with an under below league average 8.5 walk percentage. They opened him up at a 6+ -116 on FanDuel, and he's dropped 14 cents, guys. He's now at a -102, and the best line is still available on FanDuel. PrizePicks has him at a 5.5, whereas pitching outs under over are at a 17.5. Projected lineup for your Mets is 5 lefties and 4 righties. K per 9 this season, 9.4 at home, 10.4 on the road. Lefties and righties, he's been the same against. He has a 10 K per 9. Now we get to talk the youngest stud of these Houston Astros, guys, and that's Hunter Brown. And when he gets a matchup as well today, guys, which is another theme of a team that happens to be on my no-fly zone when we look at the numbers, guys, of these Mets over the last 15 days versus righties. They're not walking. They're striking out at a near 23% clip. They're 21st in batting average, 15th in OPS, and top 5 in isolated power. Now, I'd like to say some of those numbers are a tad bit fraudulent as Pete Alonso was not in the lineup and he just came back. Now, I know the Mets were not crushing the ball when he was in the lineup, but they were on the elite side of the walk and strikeout percentages when he was. Now, Hunter Brown has faced 2 teams in the no-fly zone this year, pitching well in each game with a quality start in each of those games. But the strikeouts were not there, as he only had 4 and 5 strikeouts respectively. Now, we talk about needing a good reason to run a K-prop versus a no-fly zone, and the Mets have 2 of them, Tommy Pham and Marte, guys. Marte not normally, but has been in a slump to say the least. So if both end up in the lineup, I would feel a lot more comfortable if I was on this man's over today. But comfortable still doesn't get me wanting to get in, as the Mets are a top 5 in zone swing and contact percentage and bottom 5 in chase percentage. Hence the reason why they end up on my no-fly zone. And you've just got to have a good reason, guys. And in this reason, I don't find one right now. I think their strikeout numbers are a tad bit fraudulent because Alonso wasn't in there and we had an extra bat that didn't belong in that lineup. So the lean would be over, but I've definitely looked towards this man's outs before I played his K-prop. As like I said, he had a quality start in every one of those games. So that means he at least went 6 innings, guys. So I do expect this man to show up and do what he's been doing. And that's shoving, guys. I just don't know if his strikeouts will be there today. Last game up on the board, guys, we got 2 studs. And you might not think Merrill Kelly's a stud, but I like the guy. So let's talk 54 in the black book versus these Brewers, or at the Brewers. This year he's got a nice 27% strikeout percentage and a 10.3 walk percentage. Opening line was 7+ at +126 on FanDuel, where now he's at a +114 to that 7+, and that was still on FanDuel. PrizePicks has him at a 6, whereas hits allowed under over are at a flat 5. Projected lineup is 6 righties, 3 lefties for your Brewers, and this is a lineup I was waiting for to come out. So let's just check real quick if I've gotten the alerts. We've got that. Nope, no lineups out. K per 9 this season, 10.8 at home with an 8 K per 9 on the road, 9.1 versus the left-handed side, and a 10.2 versus the right-handed side. He does have 49 innings at home compared to 34 on the road. So we get Merrill Kelly, guys, versus these Brewers, and what seems to be a smash spot, a matchup from the baseball gods. And when we look at these Brewers numbers over the last 15 days versus right-handed pitching, they're bottom 8 in every hitting category. They're walking league average, and they're striking out at a 29.2% clip. And to boot, guys, since last All-Star break, which that is when I start to track him, and his K per 9 went up 2 strikeouts more per 9 than he did in the first half. So I don't pay no fucks giving what Merrill Kelly did in the first half of the All-Star break, guys. So when he's faced this team, guys, he's seen them 3 times since the All-Star break, guys. And he's done the damn thing. 2 times the numbers said yes. Every game he had 7 strikeouts with at least going 6 innings or more in each game. Now we look at Kelly versus a K percentage of 24 or worse this year. He is 3-2 to the over. Well, since the All-Star break of last year, he goes back to being 5-5 to the over 6.5. But if we take out divisional matchups where he sees a team damn near 5 to 6 times a year, Kelly is now 5-2 to the over. So everything says slam, 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 slam. But why are we getting plus money on a prop that should have opened minus 130 at the lowest, guys? Well, let's talk about it, guys. The only 2 losses this year versus a K percentage of 24 or worse have both come on the road. But if we go back to last year, guys, he won his only 2 spots on the road versus a 24K percentage or worse. So for me, even though this says smash, 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 I do need the lineups to come out, guys, so I can run it and not just look at the team overall numbers. I thought I wanted lefties, and I get it, guys. His K percentage is higher versus the right-handed side, but he has a major issue walking righties, that he is walking lefties at a league average compared to 11.5 from the right-handed side. Now, he's had an issue on the road as his strikeout percent plummets from 7 to 10%, depending from which side of the plate you want to look at. Now, I don't want to put too much into those home road splits myself, as he's faced some studs on the road this year, so I get it. But I do need a lineup before I get in, not just lefties, guys. I just need a team walking, league average or not, and a high whiff percentage when I run it through the whiff percentage part, guys. When I look at Kelly, guys, versus teams with a high whiff percentage, he has had his best games this year. And as a team, the Brewers are 6th worst in the league, 3% worse than league average in whiff percentage. So I really don't care about righties and lefties. At first, I thought I wanted lefties, and then I realized, no, I want a league average walk percentage or less, and I want a whiff percentage at least 2% worse than league average, and I will get in. If I get 3% worse, I will look to ladder Merrill Kelly, guys. So make sure you are paying attention to Twitter for I need lineups for Max Scherzer to get in or for Merrill Kelly to get in. Last guy up on the board, guys. Shout out to the chat, guys. Appreciate you all for showing up on this Monday. It's been a packed Monday as I was popping on with Racing with Razor. Now I've got this show, and tonight on Pub Sports Radio, I will be on the live bet baseball streams with Jimmy the Bag, guys. So make sure you tune in. I'll sweat out my games even though they're not talking about it. I will take over if I so choose to. Corbin Burns, number 7 in the black book versus these D-backs. This year he's got a 24.3 strikeout percentage with an 8.5 walk percentage. Open him up on FanDuel at 7+ minus 112, where the best line available is still on FanDuel at a even money to the 7+. PrizePicks has him at a 6.5, where the under-over hits allowed is at a 5.5. Projected lineup for your snakes are 6 lefties, 3 righties. K per 9 this season. 9.1 at home with an 8.7 on the road, and it's the dead same versus lefty righties, guys. 9.1 versus lefties and 8.7 K per 9 versus the right-handed side. Now we got Corbin Burns, guys, in a spot that the numbers say no, as the D-backs over the last 15 days versus right-handed pitchers may just be the best team in baseball in every fucking category or damn near close, as they're walking over 10%, striking out less than 19%, guys. That's just stupid while crushing the ball. Now, what does favor Burns in this spot is he handles lefties, and the D-backs run out 6 lefties for the most part. And it's not just strikeouts, as his K per 9 is close. It's every other category, as the batting average and on-base percentage go up at least 50 points versus the right-handed side, and slugging goes up over 100 points versus the right-handed side. So the longer we can project him to be out there, the more opportunities he will have to get his over. We also get Burns, guys, at home, where over the past season and a half, he's had a K per 9 better of at least 2K per 9 coming into this season, where he's still got at least a half strikeout better, guys. So he did face these D-backs 2 times last year when the numbers said no. Both times. First time was in Arizona, where we've said, guys, he has struggled on the road. He went 5 innings while getting only 5 strikeouts. Then he ended the year, guys, with only 5 strikeouts and 3 innings, guys, in Milwaukee. But he only went 40 pitches. He was on pace to get like a 13-piece McNugget when the numbers said no, guys. So, yeah. He also faced them the 3rd week of the year where the numbers said once again, no again. And we know Burns, guys, and he is not the same guy as last year, guys. And he still went out there in Arizona versus the team who said not to play a K prop, went 8 solid innings with 8 strikeouts. So, yes, the numbers say no, guys, but it's still over or nothing. It's Burns at home. He dominates lefties, and he has a great pass history versus this team. So far, guys, it is just a lean for me, as these deep backs have been a bitch. But Burns seems to have their number, guys. And at the end of the day, pass history does mean a lot, guys. And if I run this lineup and the K percentage versus him, I may end up pulling him down because I'm a scared pussy. But it's like I said, it's over or nothing, even though the numbers say run for the fucking hills versus this Diamondbacks team. I'm actually leaning under to the full game right here, guys, as I think both of these pitchers can have a good game. If one has a good game, it goes under. If both, it goes dead under, guys. And I expect quality starts from both of those guys today. If you're just showing up for the recap, do me a favor and please hit the like button. It does help the algorithms more than you know. Today on the Balking Dead, we started with Big Maple, and we took James Paxton over 6.5 strikeouts at -112. Then we talked the other side of this matchup, and a lean on Pablo Lopez over 5.5. But I got to let him go, guys, as I could see him being hooked each way you want to bet him in that spot. Then we talked another great pitching matchup and started talking Max Scherzer, and I need lineups before I make the call on him. Even though this says this should be a great spot, I'm going to let Brown go, as the numbers are without Alonso in the lineup. If I would bet Hunter Brown today, I would look at betting his outs over 17.5 before I would take his strikeouts. Then we go, guys, into what I think may be the best pitching matchup on the board, and very few would probably say that, because they would probably say the last game that we just talked about is. But I'm talking Merrill Kelly versus Corbin Burns, and with both those guys, I'm going to need a lineup as well, as the numbers say yes to Kelly, yet no to Burns. But once again, numbers are like lawyers. They don't necessarily lie to you. They just don't tell you the whole truth, and it's our job to figure it out. I'm going to wait for lineups to decide if I want on Kelly, guys, and I probably will end up passing on Burns. It's just it takes big balls to run it versus this team, guys, and especially when the numbers say no. So it's a heavy lean right now on Burns. So this is Sharpie having a conversation with himself that wasn't planned. We now have timestamps, guys, for those who are busy. At worst, the 2 recaps with the hitting and pitching prop bets that we have that day. At best, when I have time, a timestamp on all the pitchers we talk about that day. Appreciate you all tuning in for the best MLB prop show on God's green earth, the Balking Dead, and what we could only hope for to be another successful week. As you already know, this show is sponsored by PrizePicks. If you haven't, go on over there and use that promo code PUBSPORTS. Get a match deposit up to $100, minimum of $25 on your first deposit. And to boot, guys, if you take a screenshot of the deposit and of you using that promo code, the best promo code in the world, PubSports, DM it to me and I will give you my plays for 2 weeks as well. It's the least I can do to help give you some money back. And by using that promo, it does help us a lot. Until next time, I'm Sharpie's Bets. This show is produced by Big Show Picks. Special guest Big Show Picks, and on Pub Sports Radio. Some say we be pubbing. I say pubbing we be.
Keep firing, assholes!